All right, so here we are at some of the Bowtown trails off Knox Road in Bow, New Hampshire. Not really far from the south end of Concord. These trails are pretty good cross-country trails. Got a little something for everyone. You can find some chunky stuff on a couple of trails out here. You can make it pretty challenging, or if you just want a nice easy spin, there's some pretty easy trails too. Today I'm going to take you on one of the tougher trails. I think it's called Mossy and Boulder. Riding up the double track I find is a little bit easier, just because you're climbing gradually. You have nice smooth terrain and you get pretty close to the highest part just on this double track, and then you can enjoy all the windy single track going in the down direction, which I find a little bit more fun. Okay, so we've probably gone about a mile out on the double track. Here's a distinguishing part. You're gonna want to take a right and not go down into the power line. Take a right to kind of stay on the property, and you'll be following a snowmobile trail. This part of the trail parallels the power line, but also goes through it, like right up here. Struggle getting up this part because you got a log. Name of the game, like in my previous video we did sideswipe, is momentum. Right, so I climbed to the top of the power line here, and this is a place where I like to take a little bit of break, stretch out if I have to. A lot of the climbing is done, but you're still going to find that there is climbing when you ride the technical trails. This trail here on the left is called Robinson's Crest. It's a nice flowy kind of cross-country trail that I like to still warm up on a little bit. And on the other side of the power line, this is where you're going to run into, I think is an orange or a red blaze. This is where you run into the more technical trails like Mossy or Boulder, which is a lot of climbing, a lot of rocks. Robinson's Crest, here we go. Usually my GoPro gives me 3 beeps, but you know, why not just one? A little tight in here. Watch the boulder. A fun line though. Woo. Oh my. Over the logs. Yo. This one's called Kate's Bridge. She's a mountain bike clubber. She loves this bridge. So I figured in the video I had to give it a proper section. It's for you, Kate. Little punchy climb towards the end here, but it's really not too terrible. And this is pretty much a single track slash double track back to the big intersection at the top of the power line, and then we can make decisions up there. I'll see you up there. Boom. So we're back at this intersection at the top of the power line, and this is where we have to make our decision for today. Are we going to do Mossy or should we do Boulder? Boulder, red blaze. Mossy has an orange blaze. All right, Mossy Trail. Starting off with a boulder here. I've fallen on this thing so many times, but not today. Oh. Another bridge. Woo. Yeah. Woo. That's a fun line. So they call it mossy, I guess. There it is. And this is where it intersects with Boulder. All right, so I took Mossy, which ends on the very end of Boulder, and took me right back to this double track that I rode up. And there's a real treat on the left called Boundary Trail, more of a flowy cross-country trail. You don't need all those boulders and all that kind of stuff. Here is Boundary. I like to hammer in the beginning and try to keep that speed, so I'm going to pedal really hard towards the beginning here. You can see it's much smoother than Mossy and Boulder. And then when I get to the second hill here, it's kind of smooth sailing. Phew! Oh. Couple sniper turns here. I think you're supposed to stay high. And then not that way. Oh, that's okay. Supposed to go left there. It got dark. All right, a little climb here. I always shift down towards the end because I got a little bit of a climb to get up. And we're out. Back to the very main double track where we parked our car. Thanks for checking out Knox Road Trails with me in Bow, New Hampshire. See you next time. Peace.